Welcome to the Royal Palace, folks. I'd just like to ask you to always like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I know it's a pain in the you-know-what to ask, guys, but unfortunately, that's how YouTube determines what's worth seeing and what isn't. It really helps to grow our channel when people do that. So do me that favor, and I'll offer you an excellent fight here as we move forward. To battle. Welcome back to Fire and Maneuver, my friends. We're here with a 12-pound Armstrong gun, some Highlanders, and a number of other of Her Majesty's forces, and we're going to be facing an army of Turks. That's right, while we are the more professional army, they're certainly going to outnumber us, and not exactly looking forward to what that might appear like. So let's go ahead and get started with our movement. There we go, the order phase, and we can actually see the Turks all the way down. My goodness. They certainly look ready for a fight. What I'm going to try to do is get into this wooded area and get as much cover as possible. So really move those guys up and take advantage of the cover we have here. I'd also like to mention, again, with these 12-pound Armstrong guns, we can do a whole lot of damage. So I'm going to push them forward. As for our cavalry, I'll put him over there on the side. Push that infantry forward. I don't want to get complacent near the bridge. He might end up attacking me there. So let's start moving that way. And I'm also going to start pushing that artillery forward as well.
Yes, sir.
As always, this is a multiplayer game, and we're currently playing against a really good sport, I'm a Turkey. That's his actual name, I'm a Turkey. And he certainly is. He's Turkish, I think, and always likes to play as Turkey. So I think he's going to be quite good with this faction. We're probably going to get crushed, but again, our goal here is to try the game out in its current state. And of course, play battles that we could only play during the Victorian age. Sure enough, our Highlanders are moving forward. Fantastic. He's got a lot of movement over there too, and I'm wondering if it's all cavalry. He's got quite a few cavalry units, that's for sure. But over there, just some standard Turkish units. There we go. And I'll put the... Didn't really want that positioning, to be honest. There we go. Front. That's what I want. And again, we'll be moving those men over here. These men right up the center here. Of course, heading towards combat. We've got to start moving that artillery forward as well. We have kept this at 6 orders, so that is a max. So no one is moving towards the bridge, although you know what? I am going to make sure somebody starts moving towards the bridge, because I actually see enemy movement in that general area. So we're going to start moving over there with some cavalry. Let's hope for the best. If you want, you can always keep the orders in your hand like this. Some generals prefer that. Really gives you an idea of what you're doing. Or you can just keep it simple, do that. We can even go into cinematic mode here. Look at that, man. Just to get the best visual of these armies fighting. And there we go, guys. It is back to us. Of course, now we have a chance to really do some damage to the Turk here. First things first, that Armstrong gun. No, it still can't reach them. What a shame. We're going to move both of these together forward. No, I want to make sure that that is a ordered move, and I want to make sure they're facing forward. So we'll do something like this. This cavalry. Start facing the enemy. And I feel I have no choice there. I feel I really need to go ahead and prioritize getting to that bridge. Thing I will do here, I'm going to change their movement a bit. Just order them to get back into a standard line formation. Here we go. Let's see what the Turks decide to do. A lot could happen here, folks. Oh, boy, he's setting up real nice. He's actually got his artillery right there on the hill. A damn fine spot for the arty. And sure enough, a frontal hit with his rifleman. He's just got perfect movement here. Really nice. Alright, he's got some soft cover there. And what I'd like to do first of all is, of course, fire the Armstrong gun. That thing could really do some damage. And I feel like the biggest threat is, in fact, that artillery piece right there. As for our infantry in the same location... Nope. Again, I want him facing the right way. No! Damn it. Can be a little frustrating. There we go. And it's interesting, he should be able to fire. Let's keep him on suppressive fire here, so he should still shoot. And there we go. That will give us a volley. Again, I want to do everything I can to break that artillery. We might even go ahead and... Can we overrun it? I doubt it. Might go ahead and attack this guy. Now, he's got 2 units there, so that's going to be quite strong. Here's what we'll do. We're charging right into the middle there. Definitely pretty risky, but you gotta try it. And since we have pretty decent movement for this unit, we're simply going to move them forward. I could have taken that placement better, though. Like, do something like... that. Alright.
Yes, sir.
He's definitely extending that line. Well done, man. Really well done. Frontal hit there. And I think he just crushed one of our units. Open fire, boys. Beautiful frontal hit on their artillery. And let's see how our cavalry's going to do here. Nice frontal hit, man. So they did take some damage, but not nearly as much as we'd like to see, of course. So, of course, we want to keep the fire going. I think one more shot would break the artillery. Fair enough. Yeah, let's break them. See, I kind of feel like he should move up one more tile as well and try and get on that hill. This artillery is unfortunately not in the best spot here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put him on the front line. Have the artillery behind, of course. Going to push forward with this infantry. Oh, hold on. See, we faced rear facing, which is not going to help. Same over here. So that's something that tends to happen here. It's a little frustrating. In fact, we need to make sure these guys are facing forward. Pretty risky here, especially if he launches an attack. So let's open fire right there at the 19th Regiment. And I can see he's got some cavalry on the way over here, so I'm definitely a little concerned about that. We could start moving in that general direction. Let's hope it's not too late. Oh, wow, he moved that artillery off very quickly. And there we go. It looks like our arty there was definitely crushed. Let's see what they do in reference to our infantry. Frontal hits. Virtually all of the locations we had planned, they moved out of those positions. So now, hopefully, it's our time to get a nice hit here. After losing that cavalry, of course. So let's do something like this. We're going to fire... Looks like that might be a little too far off. No, there we go. Not sure why they can't fire. That is strange. Although maybe they can charge. Interesting. Yeah, they can charge. So that's, of course, our actual close combat unit. Makes sense. What about these guys? They can certainly fire there at the 20th Regiment. I'm definitely worried about the enemy cavalry right there. So let's try to hit the enemy artillery, completely break them. And of course, we're going to move these guys up. Looks like he's also abandoned going to the bridge, so I'm not the only one there. Actually, that cavalry can be there pretty quickly. And it could be the difference between life and death, for all we know. Here we go. Oh, they are going for a charge, I believe. There's a nice hit. We did manage to hit them with a volley there. Nice frontal hit again. They lost some men. We lost some men. We also got a frontal hit over there on the cavalry. Oh, no, sorry. It was the artillery. Yeah, that makes sense. And there we go. It's just a good old-fashioned frontal hit here. He's got a concave attack going. Definitely trying to break through our lines, and he may very well succeed. We have damaged him a bit. It's a start. Actually going to try to fire at him, kind of get past the line. Fire at them in general. Here we go. We're going to fire at the guys on top of the hill there as well. And he's done a great job at keeping that cavalry sort of in reserve back here. A really good idea. That's right, he's already firing. See, if we could get a shot now, I would go for it. But it's going to take a little longer than that, I believe. Of course, they could come through here, so we'll start pushing this guy forward. And actually, our cavalry are moving into that spot, so we might undergo some combat. There's a frontal hit. So we aren't doing a lot of damage to that line, but now they managed to break our Highlanders. It's going to be all attack from the Turks now, I believe. Nice frontal hit there from our unit as well, but still a lot going on, and we might be able to get one more shot with the artillery there. Going to do the same here and really just try to break them. With this unit, we'll go for the shot too. And we've got to go for the charge here. We have to. What I should have done is actually got the shot first, then the charge. So let me actually go back with that. So cancel that. Take this unit here. Am I going crazy? Because we were able to... What the hell, man? All right, let's charge. See, that's weird, like how he's able to fire over here now that we charge with the artillery. All right, we're going to have some friendly fire incidents, but, you know, we're in a pretty desperate situation. All right, here we go, folks. Wish us the best of luck. These Turks are unstoppable. But at least one more frontal hit, and you can see a lot of Turks running there. And up here as well. We managed to break them up there. Of course, they're still quite strong. And there's the frontal charge. A back hit. And this is one of the issues that we have in this game. Sometimes you mess up the attack, and for some reason your guys attack from the rear. That definitely needs to be fixed. All right, here we go. Open fire. We're going to try to avenge all existing Britons if we need to. I know that likely going for the artillery is the right move, quote-unquote, but we also have a lot of other issues here to deal with. Let's go for it, though. It is the main target. Oh, no. What the hell is wrong with me? That's our artillery. I'm going mad from the combat. Yeah, it's a tough one. Well, clearly we have to move forward. Not like that, though. And we'll try to get back here. No, I don't like that one bit. Just hold position. And we should be able to completely eliminate that unit. We already eliminated the Turkish unit up here on the hill. We should be able to eliminate the one back there. I'm going for it. Pretty sure that's, like, all we can do, more or less. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Nice frontal hit there. But that's going to be all she wrote, unfortunately, for our artillery units. Lost on the front line there. We are bringing up replacements. How quickly can the Turks get to our location? We're going to have to wait and see. Look at that support. There we go. We did get rid of that Turkish group there. And they got rid of quite a few of our men here, although that was nice. I actually expected us to do a lot worse in that particular situation. First things first, I think this is a perfect opportunity to shoot at that Turkish unit. We're going to do the same over here on the front lines. And look, we've got an opportunity to fire at a grouped unit like that. I'm taking that opportunity, man. Just want to make sure that we did fire. That is weird. So our arty can't seem to fire at either of these guys. That's very strange. So what we'll do is fire at will, and he'll typically fire in the right direction. Fire over here as well. We could just fire there in the middle and maximize the damage, but I think this is the right thing to do. Here we go. We should get that first shot. Come on, boys. There we go. Side hit, and we broke that Turkish unit. Frontal hit. Oh, we broke another Turkish unit, guys. Not too bad. They're bringing in, I think, another infantry unit over here from the woods. Really nice positioning by them. But a very interesting situation. Now, the enemy is currently bogged down here. I'm going to keep throwing rounds down at that position. I mean, they're all, like, kind of tucked in together. Although it seems that with the artillery, we need to do fire at will. Huh. That is strange, isn't it, folks? There we go. That's a start. I see. He is a charge unit. So we're actually going to push forward with him. And again, facing away, I'm not sure why that happens. You really do need to, like, aim them the correct way. There we go. And while we can't charge this turn, we are preparing for that possibility. And let's keep firing at the guys up on top of the hill. Could bring these guys in, deal with the enemy over here. Nice, look at that. As long as they're there, we will be able to get that shot. It all comes down to this frontal hit there. They did manage to break our guys on the left, the light infantry, unfortunately. We are moving forward with our Highlanders, and they're great at a charge. There we go. It was the right idea to fire on top of that hill. A lot of them breaking, guys. Unfortunately, the Turks have that number superiority. They've got so many more units back here. It seems like even if everything went to plan, we'd still have to deal with all of those units. We've set it at 75% of your army being lost means you lose the battle. So I have to say, I think it's going to be a rough one. Let's put it that way. Now, they've got that cavalry right there. We've got to do something about that. Let's set up a square. So this should stop us from being charged so easily. And of course, we're going to keep that artillery fire consistent. Although you know what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to charge. Highlanders, charge! And this time we are charging the right way. That is an interesting situation. So that has to be a bug, the fact that it lets us only select artillery targets once they charge. Maybe it's because they're not in the tile ahead. Okay. That actually also makes sense. So we're going to fire at those units on top of the hill once again, really trying to maximize our fire there. He's, of course, going to be getting into position. I think that's all we have, pretty much. Here we go, folks. The last stand of the Highlanders. And there's our frontal charge. Of course, our Highlanders, they're best at combat. And sure enough, our artillery and infantry managed to get those guys off the hill. We've killed plenty of Turks, but ultimately, I think if we lose one more unit, that's kind of what it comes down to, and that's when they win this fight. Still have 3 orders, it looks like. And we're also dealing with enemy cavalry attacking us here. That's got to be quite a problem. They're going to give us a nice volley for sure, or maybe even a charge. Plenty of dead on the field, as you can see. I mean, what a fun fight, that's for sure. Yeah, we're just going to go for a good old-fashioned shot here. We'll fire over here as well. We are risking hitting our own men, but I think, of course, in this situation, you gotta do what you gotta do, am I right? We can only really do 2 orders. That's about all we've got. So here we go, folks. He'll probably charge the artillery. He's trying to get a flank attack. Well done by our Turkish friend here. Come on, lads. Oh yeah, he's bringing over all of those reinforcements. Now, incredibly, the Highlanders are still killing a lot of his men and actually have these guys kind of on the back foot. But I'm convinced that with time, they will be able to crush us. And there we go, 2 melee damage on both sides, but I believe all it's going to take is 1 more attack, and the enemy's going to win this one. We are going to throw everything into just firing and trying to break some more of his units. Again, we're going to fire over there. And right here, we're still fighting it out, still duking it out with the enemy's cavalry. Again, 1 more broken unit, and I believe that's the end for our men. But I love this fight. This is only my 2nd multiplayer battle in this game. Of course, the first one being against Armchair Historian. There is still a lot to be done, and unfortunately, the single player is not really up to snuff. It's not particularly optimized. There's still a lot of bugs. So multiplayer is kind of our only option at the moment. But I love playing here. Definitely more of a challenge than what you get in single player so far. Can't wait for those campaigns, though. And again, we can see he's trying to just overload the area with his units, which is a good idea. Because we're not going to have enough men, even if we perform really well here. And we have killed a bunch of his men, but we're not going to perform well enough to completely crush him. A lot of his dead men over here by these trees as well, but just simply not enough. So there we go. Quite a bit of melee damage, and unfortunately our Highlanders are broken. but quite a lot of his men are broken too. And hilariously, we're still at 28%. So we can actually probably still get a single kill. And I'm going for that unit right there. Of course, the final unit left over in the fight against our Highlanders.
Yes, sir.
And here we go, boys. I hope we get a nice shot before the end. Fire cannons! Oh boy. There we go. About to say. So he'll almost certainly flank charge me here with that cavalry to finish the job. And actually, we put up a pretty good fight against the cavalry. Remember, we were in square formation. Unfortunately, they are going to beat us, but they're going to be at like 1 chit at the end here from the damage we do.
Yes, sir.
And here we go. One good volley. Give us one final volley. And this might be unfortunately, one of the bugs that the game still has. Now, keep in mind, it's still in very early access here. But yeah, we're getting the bug where it seems like the men stop firing pretty much. They turn into pacifists here at the end. Nonetheless, this is clearly a victory of my friend. And sure enough, there we go. Sure enough, we got the defeat. I think it's only fair. Our Old Glory all shut up with holes. Or the Union Jack all shot up with holes, I should say. But nonetheless, a glorious fight. And a very special thanks for you guys watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And a special thanks to my Turkish friend. Take care, folks. Can't wait for Fire and Maneuver to be ready to go.